Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies with Nerdist New Bully. I'm your host Leroy, aka Slick Rick Jones, with my co-hosts.
Yeah, this is Eli, aka the Phoenix Force Wagon Burner.
There we go. And we're back with another episode. And yeah, like I said, a lot of crazy stuff been going on. But yeah, we're just gonna start off this week. We're just gonna right into it because some big stuff happened this weekend. It's actually somebody that died that we actually care about, and I think somebody else we didn't, but we're not gonna go there. Yeah. So first off, man, just want to say rest in peace to Earl Simmons, aka Darkman X, aka DMX, who just passed this weekend from a heart attack. He was actually been on life support, I think, since the last time we recorded, Eli. Yeah, but then just finally passed, I think, a couple days ago. I think it was on life support. Family took him off life support. Those things. So just want to reflect on DMX because, like I said, a lot of times we like the last couple of days we've been talking about people. Last week we've been talking about people. I don't know half these people that we're talking about. DMX, I grew up with. This is my wheelhouse. I knew what it was. DMX is one of my favorite rappers of all time. Has one of the best catalogs I heard at one time. Personally, I've always said even before all this happened that his 3-album run, like his initial run of what was it? It's Dark as Hell is Hot, Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, and then there was X. I think that is the 3 best run of any rapper in rap game history ever, because it was like boom, boom, and then it came out like there was like 6 months apart or something like that. All of them went platinum. You couldn't even stop to listen to one album because by the time you got done listening to that album, somebody else came riding in the car with a CD. Yeah, we had CDs back then. Some people even had tapes back then, and was riding around and they had some new DMX music. Like, oh shit, well I got to go get that. You go down to Sam Goody. People don't know what that is anymore. Damn, this is like some old shit.
Tower Records.
Tower Records. Shit. What do we say? DMX Great Hilarious in the Crick Rock Woody Allen ripoff movie. I'm not familiar with that. That's the thing. I'm not really familiar with DMX's movie side. Like I said, I'm familiar with the music side. I will say this: like in the time when he was doing his thing in that 3-year run gap right there, he was the number 1 greatest rapper at the time. There was not Jay-Z, not Nas, not Eminem, not Nelly, not whoever else you want to name. It was him, because whenever you put him on a song, he was always the last guy that would always finish the song off. Had the best sales, and then, like I said, he kind of went on the movies after that. Then he kind of faded away. Like I said, he had his own demons. The thing about it, Eli, the thing that made DMX such a great rapper, because he could pretty much switch genres. He did so much different stuff. Like he did the underground gangster rap, stuff like that. I'll kill you, shoot your house up, steal your dog, stuff like that. But then he would also switch it up.
Fucking corpses.
Right. All that stuff. That was the 90s. That's what you had to do that stuff. But then he would also switch it up. And then even though he said all this, insane shit on this record, then he turned around and make an R&B song, for the ladies. And they would just love it. Even though he would just say the cruelest shit to them and just call them everything in their names but a child of God, they would dance to it. I think because he was kind of like a heartthrob back then. That's probably why he was in all those movies and shit, What else? And he was inspirational. That's a great thing. Here's the thing about DMX. Every album he had at least had 2 prayer verses on there. Like he would actually like pray on the album. And they're like the best thing on the album. You just sit there like, huh. So even though he was dealing with his demons, honestly, I think that did help a lot of people around the time, because you was always expecting to hear a prayer from DMX, and he would do it in his live concerts also. Hannibal Steele. Well, it's like a porn name. But yeah, thanks Hannibal for showing up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else we can say about. Oh, like I said, I'm gonna show you how big he was if this thing plays. I don't think it'll play. But like I said, this is a clip from Woodstock 99. And I just want to just show you this. Like I said, name another, not rapper, artist that can do what he just does right there. Who does this, Eli? Who the fuck does this? Like, this was a thing. Like, he was able to rap the whole crowd. Matter of fact, he was even doing the mic to the crowd. The entire crowd was reciting his verses. That's how crazy it was. Now, I know what a lot of people are saying right now. This comic podcast, I don't listen to rap. Yeah, you can't spell crap without rap. I get it. You never heard of DMX before. But here's the thing, you have, especially if you listen to this podcast, because DMX is famous for that the Deadpool walk in that X gonna give it to you. Yes, that song. Matter of fact, you go to his IMDb page, Deadpool is listed as one of his movies, even though he was nowhere in it. So that's the cool thing about that. So yeah, like I said, the dude just had just a amazing catalog. Now, Eli, I'm gonna let you go to the other part of it because that's where I barely paid attention to that, and I try to stay quiet because, yeah, I didn't like his movies too much.
Well, he didn't make any that many of them that were good.
Well, actually, he had like a movie deal, like Joe Silver or whatever like that. He's on like a deal with him. Yeah, very talented. 616 man, what do you do?
Yeah. Well, he crossed over like my Anthony, my buddy Anthony, who did Geek Savs with me. He's a hardcore death metal dude, brutal death metal, but he didn't like rap. He wasn't into hip hop, but he liked DMX because of that one song where he talks about fucking the corpse. You'd
be surprised how many rappers talked about fucking the corpse back then in the 90s. But
yeah, a lot. Hip hop that might have been a little hard for y'all, but metalheads were like, sweet,
Well, that's the thing. See, the thing is, Eli, in the 90s, like metal and rap, they almost like, even though it was different, it was almost the same. Yeah, it was like there were a lot of similarities.
Yeah, they're the two underground genres, that cater to almost like outcasts. Metalheads were outcasts, and hip hop wasn't. It got big, but it was still as big as it was. It was still considered like a subgenre. You know what I'm saying?
Right. At the time.
Yeah. But no, it was funny because it was like, was it last week or whatever? A couple weeks ago. This is before he had his, he went into the hospital. But I shared out a meme. Mm-hmm. It was that one meme. It's been going around now because what happened. But it's with the firemen teaching the kids how to stop, drop, and roll. The step one, stop, step two, drop, and then they go shut them down.
Open up shop. Yeah.
Yeah, and I shared that out like a couple weeks ago. So it's weird. And then I was listening to Rough Riders Anthem because of that. So then when this happened, I was like, whoa, I was just listening to DMX the other day. Wow. So he went into the hospital last week. And people were hoping for the best for him. He was on life support. And then I decided to watch Belly because I like that movie.
Okay. Are we going to add Belly to the list of Star Wars and Will Smith? That's what I'm trying to see now. Let's see how this rabbit hole goes.
I know a lot of people, it's one of those movies that people either love or hate.
Like I said, I know a lot of people that like Belly. And that's the thing. Like I said, when I was in college, everybody was watching Billy, and I was like, "Not this fucking movie again." But I'm like I said, I was going to shut up. Go ahead.
No, I just DMX was in that movie, and I have to say I liked it, and I watched it the other night. It was before he passed, so I was like just reminiscing. But yeah, I just like it. I think it's a great movie. I think Hype Williams. It's his only movie. Hype Williams' only movie he made.
There's a reason for that. Okay, but keep going. Okay.
But Hype Williams directed music videos, a lot of hip hop music videos, and brought sort of a artistic, sort of, German expressionism, artistic, imagery to hip hop.
He was like the black Zack Snyder, Michael Bay type. He didn't even blow up shit, but it was just like one of those. It looked like a 2-hour music video. That's what it looked like. I said I was gonna shut up.
That's what Purple Rain is. Shit.
Purple. Nobody rapped in Belly. It was like they had Nas acting. Don't act. Don't talk.
But Prince can't act either. I mean, that's okay.
Prince had songs in it. Nas didn't even rap
in
Belly.
Yeah, Prince. Yeah, everyone gives Prince a pass. I mean, what's Purple Rain about? It's about a glorified battle of the bands. That's all that. But no one gives a shit how stupid that movie is because Prince rocks that shit.
Right.
So,
but that's what I'm saying. Half the movie was Prince doing songs.
But hip hop, that's the thing. That's what my point is. Hip hop and metal, like they always had like higher standards to live up to, where like bubblegum pop radio horse shit just gets away with all the time. Yeah, Prince and like Morris Day are playing themselves. They can't act. Shit. Lady Gaga gets nominated for an Oscar for playing a singer. Like fuck. But all of a sudden, Hype Williams and DMX, they got to live up to the Coen brothers and shit. I
just want them to just not act like they're in a porno movie. That's all.
They're playing.
No,
They're
DMX,
playing like
don't do that.
they're playing themselves. They're playing themselves.
It was terrible. I said I was gonna shut up. Go.
I beg to differ. I think it's a masterpiece. I don't give
Like I said, there are plenty of people that would agree with you that Billy is a masterpiece. I am not one of those people. I think that movie fucking sucked. I thought it was terrible. I thought it was Hype Williams just doing a long ass music video shots that just don't work for movies because he doesn't know how to do a movie. He think it's. There's one thing I liked about that movie though. Keisha. That's it. So after the first 5 minutes after Keisha like actually puts clothes on, I'm done with that movie. There's nothing else to watch on it, you know. I will say this though. I will say that DMX actually did prove his acting chops in the movie. He was the only decent actor in that movie. Because everybody else was just Def Jam artists or whatever, you know. So
it's all it is. It's all rapper, Method Man, and you know, it was all populated with rappers and shit, you know.
Reading Rainbows, Mimics, Fast and Furious, Asylum Films, knockoff. He was in that? Okay.
No, I'm just saying I love Belly. I think it's great. I think it stands out of all. I mean, I get it. By the time it was the late 90s, the hood movies with the messages were played out by then. But I think this stands above it because of Hype Williams' imagery. I think he portrayed kind of like, you can see the influences in Belly. You can see, okay, yeah, there's your Goodfellas shot. There's your Reservoir Dog shot. There's your Scarface. There's a shot out of The Exorcist, you know, where Chiquita, the Jamaican female assassin, is like, you know, on Lennox's house, and you see her shadow. That's right out of The Exorcist. He's framing shots right out of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. You can see his influences. And I'm like, that's what hip hop is. They're sampling everything and remixing them and making it their own. And that's what Hype Williams did. He took his influences, put it in this movie, and made this movie a hip hop crime noir. And that's what it is. That's all it is. It's not trying to be, you know, this epic, you know, Academy Award winning, whatever. This was a hip hop movie for hip hop fans. And that's all it was trying to be. And I think that it works fine. And I think it rises above, because he was trying to say a lot of things. Yeah, and I think that ending is powerful. I think the ending is powerful, especially now what happened to him. You know, the ending where he meets the minister who was supposed to be played by Farrakhan. I listened to the commentary. That's how deep I like this movie.
Oh, what the hell? Yeah. Next thing you're going to tell me, Hype Williams and Scorsese. Okay.
It's real cinema. Yeah. Right. But he took, like, speaking of Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, remember how I was saying how, like, those Italian spaghetti westerns try to make like you know, like the American West look like a hellish landscape. That's what Hype Williams was trying to do. He was making the hood look like it was a hell on earth, you know, like it was hell, like Belly, the title of the movie, Belly. It's the belly of the beast. They're in hell. In the beginning of the movie, it shows him as a little kid doing some sort of satanic ritual and shit, selling his soul and shit like that. And then you have the rebirth because Nas goes back to Mother Africa. You know, he's being reborn. I mean, it goes deep, man. I'm just saying.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
I like the shit. Hey, rest in peace, DMX.
Rest in peace, DMX. Now, here's the thing, man. Like I said, there's this new rapper out, Lil Nas X. I didn't want to talk about him, but he gets his name from Nas and DMX. So I guess he was a Billy fan also. So that's one thing Billy gave us. I don't know.
Is he the country road? Take Me Home or whatever.
Yes, the gay Satanist.
Oh yeah. Yeah, shout out to that guy for pissing.
It's all the same guy. It's all the same guy. You know,
okay, yeah, he's pissing people off. So fuck yeah, good up to him, man.
his like discography shuffle playlist is weird as fuck. You know, you go from that to that. You just.
I wasn't a fan. I didn't like that Country Road song or whatever.
Oh, I love Country Road, man. I love that song.
I think it's cool that he's pissing people off and pushing buttons and the satanic shoes.
With the country song.
Yeah, and the satanic shoes. Yeah, sweet. You're using Satan to piss people off. Good job. Us metalheads are like, fuck yeah.
Last thing I'm saying about DMX, Marvel actually gave him a tribute actually like a decade ago. With X-23 with Wolverine, they did like a variant cover of his Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, you know, with X-23 on there. So that's pretty cool. That's like that's an old cover. That was like doing the
that Marvel. Remember he was on the Def Jam fighting game. Remember
Def Jam. Fuck, what was that name?
Fight for New York or whatever.
Yeah, he was one of the characters on there. Yeah. So yeah, recipes DMX. Like I said, I can see why metalheads like him because you hear him, and I think that's why he sounded so different in rap. Because like we never heard anything like this before, fucking corpses and shit, just the crazy shit he was saying. Just like this is new. We didn't never heard this. So also. That looks cool. Yeah, like I said, 616. It's a variant cover. I think it's X-Men. Oh, it's Wolverine #1. It's the all different Marvel when X-23 took over.
They were doing a lot of hip hop like tributes.
It was a bunch. T'Challa, Black Panther did Run the Jewels. Like him and Shuri were doing.
Yeah. I had the
Iron Fist and Luke Cage were doing Mobb Deep. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot around the time. So a bunch of variant covers. So can we move on to the next one? I think we're DMX'd out. Yeah. Let's go to the next one. Like I said, this is what I want to talk about also. So this is the Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 4. I screwed that up. I'm gonna go back there, fix that before we get too deep into it. Yeah, so this is episode 4. And basically, Eli, a lot of stuff went down in this episode. This is by far my favorite episode of this show.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was a lot of stuff that you can. There we go. We fixed it. A lot of stuff you just deep dive in and just like really get into it. Even just especially with the way it left off. Like where it left off, it was like a little spy genre type thing that was going on. I'm like, it's pretty cool, But now we're getting into the nitty gritty of it, where we get into the story and find out where the story is going. Monster Captain America, Captain MAGA or whatever you want to call him. Here's the thing, like I said, everybody is shocked at the ending what happened is, but anybody that actually like know the comics and know John Walker, it was you could see it leading up to this point where exactly what went on with it. It's kind of crazy. First thing that what happened to it, like I said, I hope they don't screw up on me. Like he knew he screwed up right then. You don't touch a black woman's shoulder. Oh, also don't touch a black woman's hair either, because the same thing will happen. I'm just heads up for anybody that don't know. So like I said, the Dora Milaje just went in there, just kicked his ass, and that's what did it. Super soldiers, that's cool, but honestly, I think he felt emasculated. Chicks beat my ass, and I'm Captain America.
Said that they didn't even have super serum. They
didn't have super serum, right? So that's the thing. I think he felt emasculated. So that was like his journey. He was going down. He was like, so that's why when he finally got to the point and he saw the super soldier serum, he was going to take it.
I loved how everybody else was just standing around while.
Oh yeah, keep it up, John. Watch your left or whatever the hell they was.
I saw another meme. That the Kermit the Frog meme where it's none of my business. Only it was it was Zemo. He was like sitting there. I think he was on his phone or something, and it says, Walker getting his ass kicked by the Dora Milaje, but that's none of Zemo's business or something.
Because he was in the back actually like drinking before he snuck out. He was just like that.
Yeah.
Oh man, even this scene. Now this is another kind of devastating scene that happened right here. Like when Bucky, got his arm taken out. Now I think a lot of people not confused, or they're misinterpreting what happened in this scene. It's actually a pretty deep scene what happened right there. Basically what happened, and this is how I interpret the scene. That's why, like I said, Bucky has been disarmed, but he can still technically still fight. But you can see he was just frozen, just shell shock. It all just came back to him. And here's the reason why. And I think a lot of people are missing the point of this. Io, that's her name. I know a lot of people kept screwing up her name up. Io is her name. She disarmed him. The reason because she was able to disarm him is because the Wakandans built in a contingency plan for Bucky that he didn't know about. And that's what basically he felt betrayed. That was the betrayal right there, because
it shows him, like, it was this episode, right? Where it shows him clearing his mind or whatever. Was that
this
episode?
Was the one. Yeah. This was the one. Yeah. Puffy Surgery, but good man. It's so many memes going on about this. That's the thing. So you have Wakanda clear his mind, and notice that Ayo actually did some foreshadowing. Also, she said at the beginning of it, "Don't worry, James. I'll make sure that you won't hurt anyone." He didn't interpret what that meant. He didn't know that the Wakandans had a plan for him in case he went nuts. So when they did that and took his arm off, she could have took the arm, but she left it for him. She just wanted him to know that we can stop you anytime we wanted to. And the thing is that Bucky thought he had a cookout pass, the Wakanda. They named him the White Wolf, he down there holding, herding goats and stuff like that. He thinking it's all good, not knowing that the only people on the planet he trusts don't trust him. That's what hurt him. And then a lot of people didn't understand what Io said at the end when it said "Speaking Wakanda." What she said was "Bass, damn you, James." Of course, Bass the guy, stuff like that. So basically, Io revoked Bucky's Wakanda privileges. So the next Wakanda cookout, he ain't invited. He did all this for Zemo. So that's that's what hurt. So it's like that Bucky did all this and went to that. And honestly, was it me, Eli, or did you feel some history between Bucky and Io?
Oh shit.
I'm just saying, man.
You think everybody's fucking everybody's always fucking.
I was gonna go there, man. I was gonna go there. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Next thing you know, you say him and Falcon and shit.
I didn't say it. Oh man, but that's the thing. I mean, because like I said, it's the normalizer. They could have went in there and got Zemo out of there anytime I want to, but she gave him 8 hours. You're like, I'm gonna give you. She didn't have to, but she did it because it's him. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying.
It was that good dick. That's why. That dick bought him 8 hours and shit.
Boogie came in. Don't worry, I handled her. Oh man. So like I said, we don't know what went down in Wakanda. I'm just saying they look like they had some history. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything else, not insinuating, But it was interesting. Another awesome scene that happened in that whole scene. Like I said, that Dora Milaje fight seems so awesome. This scene right here, man. Just when like I said, they emasculated him some more. She look at him, look at me. I'm the captain now. Just whooped his ass, and they gave him back the shield. They could have took it.
Just handed it to him.
Just handed it to him. Cause like,
here you go.
There you go, little boy. And he's on the ground, like with it, like sitting Indian style or some shit. I don't know what the fuck was going on. And so he's like, they're not even super soldiers. Like, so you knew it was coming. So that's why when we finally got to the scene and they took his boy out and they were running, you were like, no, they killed my little black friend. How are people gonna know I'm not racist? All this shit. So that's the thing. Like, people, when they finally got to that point, I think the internet is kind of conflicted on John Walker's whole method, whole personality thing like that. You'll see pretty to be hated him. He was, and I'm glad you understand Hannibal Steel, because I think a lot of people don't understand that. They don't get it. They don't get John Walker's whole thing, Eli. And I think that's one of the reasons why. Is it me, or does it feel like that Falcon and Winter Soldier, like as a show, isn't getting like the traction or internet buzz or social media buzz that WandaVision got?
I don't know. Well, maybe
like I said, we don't have any numbers. We don't have any numbers. So we don't know.
I'm stuck in my nerd vacuum, so that's all I see. So I don't.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, like I said, I try to step out of the bubble sometimes. I step out the bubble and I get back in the bubble. But when I step out the bubble,
now, whenever I step out of the bubble, I get pissed off and say "fuck this shit" and go back.
That's why I go back in the bubble too. But I just peek my head out of the bubble sometimes. I'm like, I'm noticing something. And I'm thinking one of the reasons, because, like I said, the first image that went viral from this whole show was that they had that picture of John Walker's Captain America looking like the dude from Up and shit like that, and people not getting it, that they're not supposed to like Captain America.
Yeah, I have been getting that. I do think that people they're making fun of him, and I don't know though. I heard the stories that they're giving him death threats and all that bullshit, but I don't know how
that's actually bullshit. Yeah. He's not even on social media.
Yeah,
how are they sending him death threats?
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I have seen like I think they're. I was hoping for that. I was hoping this was going to start that political discussion, because I could see it in the trailers. Like they were leading up to this, and especially now, I think they were predicting that Trump was going to win. And this would have been even more timely had Trump won
Well, again. See, that's what they did in the comics with John Walker. I saw some memes like Zack Snyder's Captain America. I was about to make that meme, Eli. I was about to make that meme. Exactly what 616 is saying. But I think somebody beat me to it, so I didn't do it. But yeah, that's what you were saying about that, the political discussion, stuff like that. I think for some people, I think it's too political, or even the fact that it is political. People don't want to even deal with it. They're like,
I like that whole thing about Sam getting stopped by the police, him not getting the loan, being an Avenger and still being racially profiled. I like that they were going there. And like I said, this episode, when he kills, the Flag Smasher dude who looked up to him.
Right. And that's the thing. Like I said, we got to show at the end, and he got caught on camera.
Yeah.
And this is 2020, whatever it is in the future. So he's not just being recorded, he's being streamed. This is live.
Yeah.
This is everywhere. Like I said, the name of the show, the whole world's watching, the whole world's watching. And then this scene right here. This is one of the most bone-chilling moments in Marvel history, like MCU history, you know. Yeah. Just that image of the shield. Like people always saying, like, Marvel's too goofy, Marvel's too funny, you know, DC is hardcore. This is fucking hardcore, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, especially now. I mean, I'm in Minneapolis, or I'm in the Twin Cities, St. Paul here, St. Paul, Minneapolis. We got the Chauvin trial going on. You know, people questioning. Everybody saw what happened. You know, but people are.
Why is this trial even still going on? Yeah, that's the question people are having. You know?
Everybody saw this murder take place, yet they're still trying to create this doubt and all this bullshit that they're slinging. You know, but you know. But yeah, that's what it raises. That's what it brings up, you know, and yeah, you know, that's what I thought of, you know, when that scene happened. Everyone's filming them. I mean, how many murders have we seen, you know, committed by authority figures, you know, by murdering somebody unarmed? I mean, this guy was probably the only flag smasher that was like not a dick yet, I guess. You know,
that's true, but at the same time, like I said, he's getting like, okay, he didn't kill Lamar Battlestar, but he's not innocent either.
Yeah,
like I said, at the end of the day, John Walker killed a terrorist.
But he was like, whereas what's her face was trying to, we got to get, you know, we got to do more damage and shit. He was kind of like, you know, the angel on the shoulder. He was kind of like the voice of reason, you know,
right?
So. And the fact that he looked up to Captain America, and you know, it's just like, wow, that's the guy who gets killed, and you know,
right? Like when you finally meet your childhood hero for the first time, and he bashes your skull in. You know, yes, I agree with the blood drip to the shield was deep. It was a haunting image because who you trust and what side are you on. It's lots of going on with it. I mean, like Eli, when you think about, like I said, Captain America. Whoever is in the costume is the face of America. He is a walking flag. That's why Carly, she is the flag smasher. And she's saying that Captain America is a walking flag. Her whole mission in this particular episode was to kill Captain America.
Yeah.
Even though she threatened Sam's family and she threatened his nephew, she told him to his face, you don't have behind the shield. You're nobody. Killing you would mean nothing. You know, I have to kill Captain America. That's why I'm not really doing anything to you. But yeah, the end of it, when you see the blood dripping, they're in a foreign country, murdering. It says a lot about America. Like you could say Steve Rogers is what we wish we were. John Walker is what we are.
We are. Yeah.
I mean, that's what the rest of the world looks us as.
Yeah, and that's what, and that's kind of what America does. You know, we use violence to solve all our problems. You know, that's why, you know, why we have all this money for war and the military and all this shit, but we can't, you know, give nurses, you know, protection equipment or feed the homeless, and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We none of us have health care, you know, but we can, you know, bomb the shit out of whoever whenever we want. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Cops can show up with tanks and shit, you know, but you know, there's a homeless camp right next to them. You know, it's what we prioritize. You know, and that's the symbol right there. Yeah. America, the red, white, and blue with blood all over it. You know, historically, that's what it is, you know.
I mean, Eli, have you been on social media, like monitoring what other people are saying about that one scene? Because I haven't. It's alarming. It's eye-opening.
No, and it should be. It should be, you know.
No, but the thing is that I'm seeing different reactions. Like some people are shocked. Some people are shocked. Some people just like, hell yeah. That's what you do. Like some people, you know, are applauding him for this. That's exactly what they're doing. Like, I thought John Walker was a bitch until he did that. Now he's my Captain America. I'm like, it's like Rorschach all over again.
Yeah.
You're missing the fucking point.
Or the Joker, like, you know.
Right. No. We live in a society. You're missing the point. Like, we need to add John Walker to that list of that meme, whatever it was, with Rorschach, with Joker, with all those other people on there, with the dude from Breaking Bad, Eisenberg or whatever. He needs to be on that list also, because the point is, you're not supposed to like John Walker. You're supposed to be shocked by the stuff John Walker. But I almost feel like the people that wrote that scene and made that scene for this episode, they knew some people gonna jump on John Walker's bandwagon when he saw him do that. Mm-hmm. Because think about it, like we grew up, we don't expect Captain America to do that, but every other action movie we've seen with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone with Rambo and shit like that, they do that no problem, and we applaud them for that.
Yeah,
But we just don't want to see Captain America do it, even though John Walker is a soldier. We train him to kill and go over there, and then we get upset when we see what he's doing over there. We want to see the results. We don't want to see how he got the results. We see he got the 3 medals.
He even said that. He's like, what we had to do to gain those medals or whatever the hell he said.
Right. Like they know what they did, but we don't know what they did, because that's another commentary. Like I said, John Walker he's not right in the head. His elevator don't go all the way to the top of the floor. Bucky already said that. He has PTSD. Just like when Sam was talking about, I know how to help soldiers with trauma. He threw in a quick line and said, yeah, I dealt with those soldiers also, because he's one of those soldiers with trauma. And that it's a commentary on when we send our soldiers to war. We send Americans to war. They go over there. They see all this fucked up shit. They go over there. They come back and they can't adjust to society. It's the same way with John Walker, with that whole Good Morning America thing like that. That was a mask. That was him just putting up a front. The Captain America
wanting the title, wanting the title,
that's
the accolades, but not really qualified for it.
Right. That's the thing. Because the thing is, when you see at the end of it, if you notice something about this scene, if you notice, John Walker does not have any remorse for what he did.
No.
He killed that guy just like, fuck him. So here's the thing. Even though it's the first time we've seen him doing it, you can tell that is not the first time he's done this. But like I said, he's a soldier. It's expected of him to do things like that. Think about it. They killed one of his. He took one of theirs. Any other movie, it would be no big deal, because it's Captain America. We hold them to a higher standard. It feels like a Watchmen dark effect of mine.
Yeah, who watches the Watchmen?
Right. So, and it's
that's like the one cool scene in Zack Snyder's Watchmen. Well, it's in the comics too, but whatever happened to the American dream, it came true.
You came true. You're living it. Yeah. Like I said, there's a lot of parallels between John Walker and a comedian. It's almost the same guy. Yeah. And also The Boys. Now, let me say something about The Boys for a second. Yes, people are saying it reminds them of Homeland and stuff like that, and Marvel is ripping off Homeland, stuff like that. They're not. John Walker predates Homeland by like 20 years.
And this is pretty close to that comic.
And it's pretty much the same story. Yeah. John Walker, they promoted him because he was a big soldier. He wasn't right in the head. He went nuts, started killing people. It's the same thing. Let me see. I've been trying to talk to motherfuckers ransom. They end up trying to... Why they fighting you? I don't know. But
that's the internet, man.
it's the internet, I guess. That's the thing. So like I said, you see these things and you can't help but to think about what's going on. And I'm interested to see what they do with the next episode. Will some Americans agree with what John Walker did? Because like I said, if this happened in real life, some would.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're seeing. I mean, like I said, going back to the Chauvin trial.
That's why, right? Because they're putting doubt. How are we putting doubts in people's head on something that everybody saw?
Yeah, but you see people. Oh well, he was. George Floyd was on drugs when he died. Blah 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 blah. He OD'd. That's why he died. Oh really? An OD'ing motherfucker was gonna drive a car.
Right.
but that's what they want to believe, because they don't want to admit to themselves that there's a problem. Because that shatters their image of cops, of America, or whatever. They have this, this idealistic, image of what this country is supposed to be, and what they've thought they've been taught, but they never experienced, what it really is, like people of color have. And I think that's why they want to hold on to that image. And so I think that's what it's for. Yeah, I think the next episode, we are going to see people who are like, "Fuck yeah, America! Yeah, Captain Walker rules." And I don't
think Marvel's going to go there. I don't think they have the balls to pull it off.
Well, they should. I'm saying
they should. They should. I don't think they thought that far through. If they do,
it's supposed to be divisive, because that's the world we live in now. Where people
I think that Yeah.
the obvious, it's so obvious, yet there is people who will agree with what's
I mean,
not
let's
right.
back this up everything that happened. Like I said, even though the footage only shows him, maybe beheading a guy or something like that, but let's back this up. Like I said, this was a terrorist that came after to kill, that tried to assassinate him, that ended up killing his buddy, and he took one of theirs. Like I said, it's in the heat of battle, in the heat of war, stuff like that. But like I said, it's that gray area. It's the gray area.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think this show, what they're going to do in next episode, everybody's going to condemn John Walker. Oh, he needs the shield taken away from him. They're going to take the shield, and the show's going to move on. Just whatever. Just paint him like as a villain. When in real life, we know that it's not that simple.
Yeah. Just like, with the cops, oh, well, they shouldn't have resisted. They should have, complied. They always make up like an excuse for why this dude died. He should,
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's bullshit. But I think I'm hoping that I want them to go there. I want them to, to bring,
like I said, they open it up, right?
Yeah, to bring those, those issues up,
Yeah, and a lot of people don't want them to bring issues like up. They want to keep politics out of their comic book. This is a story about a superhero that first appearance punched Adolf Hitler in the face on his first comic. You saying that's not political? Captain America was invented to be political propaganda. I'm sorry, that's what he is. His name is America in it. He is a walking flag. So yes, it is going to deal with politics. There's no way to get around it.
And this isn't Steve Rogers, and going back to, what, the experiment, the serum was supposed to enhance what you already have. Steve Rogers was an idealistic dude who just wanted to do good all the time. And that enhanced it,
Right.
He understood the power.
Right. John Walker is that soldier that Erskine told him not to get. Don't get the perfect soldier. Get a good man. Because Steve Rogers wasn't the perfect soldier when he was, but he had a good heart. He was a good man.
Yeah. Like even the most badass scene in the MCU is that elevator scene, and Steve was like, hey, he was polite. Hey, do you want to get out first?
Right. John Walker like shot everybody in there and shit.
Yeah, it was the most badass line ever, but that's who Steve was. Hey, I don't want to have to beat the shit out of y'all. So I'm gonna give you a chance,
Right, I want to take every chance I got to give you an opportunity. So he wasn't like shoot first, ask questions later. No, but that's the thing. Like John Walker is under this expectation that nobody can meet. It's not that John Walker is a bad person. Honestly, Eli, I think we would be in the same situation if we was. He's in over his head.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the Punisher. You killed his friend. He's if that was the Punisher, we wouldn't give a shit. If he was wearing that skull on his chest,
if he was Wolverine,
that would be bad. Yeah, fuck yeah, get him. But he's wearing.
We'd be mad if he didn't.
That. But it's fucking. He's wearing those stars and stripes, so that means he's basically a cop.
Right.
You don't do that shit.
And honestly, you can feel that he not only did he have an inferiority complex to Steve Rogers, he had an inferiority complex to Sam because he knows Sam is the heir apparent. Here's my thing. I think the reason he bars in on Sam when he had that conversation with Carly, not because he was scared Sam would fail, he was scared Sam would succeed. Because if Sam brought Carly in and de-escalated the situation, what the hell they need Captain America for? What the hell they need John Walker for? They sent him over there to handle the situation. So it was a lot about ego. That's why I finally got to the point right before the door walked in. He asked Sam, look, how you want this conversation to go? You want to put the shield down? You want to make this fair? He wants to beat Sam any way he can.
Yeah. And there was diplomacy. Yeah, again, the lack of diplomacy because Sam was trying to talk her down, but then he came in and nope, guns blazing. America, fuck yeah, let's kick ass.
Right. And I like how nuanced it is. Like I said, in the comics, Sam and John Walker got to begin. That's because John Walker is a fucking racist, And in the show, they made a little more nuance that
Yeah, I think they're given that gray area that that's intended. They're not making him a straight up asshole.
Right. You can see the progression. You can totally see the progression of everything that happened to him.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's got this job. He's in over his head on it, and he has to win because he knows that as America, we don't care what you have to do to get shit done as long as the shit gets done. That's the American way.
Yeah.
So We don't want to know all the dirty details you had to do it. That's why when he finally did get, recorded and on the camera phone, you're not supposed to do. You weren't supposed to see that.
Yeah, I'm fighting terrorism. I'm getting the terrorists.
Right.
Blah 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 blah.
Like I said, what was that?
Was that Secret War? Was it Secret Wars? The old school Secret Wars, where they were talking about the terrorists, and I think Wolverine. It was somebody said, "Oh, you mean the poor people that get fucked over by the big governments or whatever."
Right.
It was one of those old comics where that even back then, that was the 80s, when we were little kids, and they made a political statement in a comic book.
Yeah. I'm going to recommend a movie that everybody should watch. A Few Good Men. Eli, you know what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Few Good Men. It's a Tom Cruise movie, so that should get you excited. But it was actually when he was actually trying. So it was Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson, and basically Jack Nicholson was on trial. And I'm going to spoil the ending for you. When Tom Cruise basically asked him what happened when you went overseas, he was playing this military officer, and Jack Nicholson gave him one of the best movie lines of all time. Tom Cruise says, "I want the truth." Jack Nicholson tells him, "You can't handle the truth. You don't want to know what we did over there. You just want to see results." That's the same thing with John Walker. It's different when you're wearing the stars and stripes and everybody is watching everything you do.
Yeah.
Only Steve Rogers can get away with that, and nobody is Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, Steve Rogers wouldn't have killed the guy. Wouldn't have smashed his face in with the shield.
Right. The rise and fall of John Walker. You can't handle the truth. It's true. Now, I will say this. Now, I did see something online about John Walker. Well, not John Walker, but Steve Rogers killed people before. It's different. That is a completely different situation. When Steve Rogers, like I said, all the Avengers kill, but when they kill, it's different. First off, anybody Steve Rogers killed usually was armed. Usually he was defending himself. Usually they were a threat. This guy was not a threat. And like I said, going back to George Floyd, going back to anything that we saw before John Walker did what he did, the guy had his hands up. He put his hands up and John Walker still killed him. So, like I said, Steve wouldn't do that. Even Zack Snyder wouldn't have one of his heroes do that. I mean, what? Yeah, he would. Nothing about it. Chop his head off this, send him back to Carly. Oh man. Shit. Anything else we got to say about
yeah, I think we got it. I mean, this is like we're halfway through the season now, right?
We're more than halfway. Only two episodes left. So
really? Yeah. We're not thought we were going like 8 episodes.
No, it's 6. It's 6. Yeah, that's why we're running through this shit. Yeah,
damn,
that's almost over with. We ain't even met the power broker yet. Steve Rogers was born at a time when people actually believed that there were flags of governments like a religion. Yeah, that's the thing.
Some people,
True. But that was the thing. Like I said, you went to war for your duty. King and country. Well, not king and country. That's England.
Some minority groups went because it was a way to get out of not being poor.
Pretty much.
And then they came back here and got treated like Steve.
Or they got fucking drafted. They had no choice.
Yeah.
You walk at home, you be like, "Oh, I'm going to war." Oh, fuck. It's not like that nowadays. Because back then, black people got drafted first. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Like they had a whole thing about that.
Some of them were like, some of them kept going like, "Shit, I get fucking food, I get paid, all I got to do is not die."
Right. Another movie I would recommend, The Five Bloods, Spike Lee. Chadwick Boseman's in that movie. They even said in the movie, like I said, black people only make up 12% of the population at most, but they were made up like 30%, over 30% of the battalion in the Vietnam War. How does that work? So
natives too. I mean, they're always trying to get out of the poverty. And staying over there, saying stuff. And I've heard veterans say, the war is the best thing that's ever happened to me. Because
that's why the military goes to the hood recruit now.
Yeah.
You want the Dodge Charger, don't you? Sign up for the war, all this shit. I'm not talking about the military. It's whatever, but still, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But can we move on past that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to something happy. Yeah, I think.
Something happy.
I think it's a CW show.
Oh, I guess, sure.
Yeah. All our listeners just left. then they talk about here. No, don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. We try to make this as interesting as possible. The reason I want to talk about this, Eli, because they have a new show called Kung Fu, but it's not a new show. It's an old show that's a reboot, kind of. And they did two things. They, like I said, it's a CW, so you got to change shit. So one, they changed the hero from this show to a woman, and also they made the hero Asian and gave it to him and said, "I'm going to do it." And then he had to watch the show on TV with a white guy playing his role.
That's the reason why he went to fucking China and made.
That's the reason he went
to China. And he went over to China and started making those movies
because he got fed up with Hollywood. Because at the time they didn't want Asian people on TV, especially in a lead role.
Yeah,
that's the thing. So now they're flipping
especially during the 60s, during Vietnam and shit.
Yeah. Right, doing that, he couldn't do it. So Bruce Lee said, "Fuck this," left, went overseas, and then when he became the biggest movie star in the world. Then Hollywood wanted him back.
Yeah,
fuck you after that,
Then they gave him Enter the Dragon, but still didn't make him the lead. They
had like three leads. You had Jim Kelly. You had the dude from Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, John Saxon. Yeah,
you don't even know Kung Fu. Like, what the hell you doing?
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Bruce Lee. He created it. Some bullshit. But like I said, they're reclaiming it. They're reclaiming it back there. Let's talk about this show, Kung Fu, on the CW. Eli, I'm gonna let you go. What do you think? Yeah,
I thought it was all right. I thought it was
okay. Cool. Okay, I thought it was all right too. It wasn't the greatest thing. It's not Legends of Tomorrow, but it's all right.
Yeah. For me, I am a martial arts movie fan. I like good fight scenes. The fight scenes, you can tell the choreography was there, but they didn't know how to film it. You can tell
it's a CW show.
Yeah, they didn't know how to film it. That's the thing. Good kung fu fight scenes. The camera people and the fighters on screen have to be in sync. They just weren't. So I got a little bit of an Iron Fisty vibe for the fight scenes.
Eli, let's be honest. You are an elitist. So, like I said, your stand is going to be higher than the most. For me personally, for a CW show, I felt it was passable. The fight scenes. I felt the fight scenes were passable. I was cool with that. Storyline. Like I said, the thing to hold this show back is all the CW traffic. Like I said, it is a CW show. And it feels exactly like a CW show. Everything about it feels CW. Every box you think that the CW is going to check, it's here. It's right there. But it's cool. Like I said, I do like the fact that they're reclaiming this show, and it went from being like a white guy walking around, which was basically a knockoff.
Western. It was a Western too.
It was a Western, but instead you put a Kung Fu guy in instead of, Wyatt Earp, whatever the fuck, So you had this show, but at the same, and that thing I like about the show, thing is, Eli, this is an Asian-led show. Like, I'm seeing actors in this show that I've seen in other, projects before that are here. I'm like, okay, so you have a show. This is your Black Lightning. Okay, cool. Have at it. I do like the other little mystical shit in there because you thinking, okay, she went over there and learned Kung Fu. But then you realize, oh no, it's more shit going on, So it actually feels more like an Asian Buffy the Vampire Slayer, kind of.
Or like the villains, like a Kung Fu Thanos. She's trying to get all the weapons to get all this power or whatever.
Yeah, I think we read that in Shang-Chi. I think it was the same damn story, but whatever. I'm fine with it. Okay, martial arts show amusing. Like I said, 616 man, lower your expectations. This is
or go watch Wu Assassins on Netflix, which is
go watch a better show. You can do that also.
Or Into the Badlands or something.
Into the Badlands. I mean, like I said, it's a CW show. Now here's the thing. What killed the show for me, Eli? I was fine with everything on the show. I like this is passable, mindless entertainment. I can watch it in the background while I'm just doing some other shit. But this is what killed the show for me. That fucking soundtrack. That fucking CW soundtrack. They do on every single show. I could do, and they only do it during the fight scenes. So instead of having like an orchestra behind it, or actually maybe like some Asian, anime. That's Naruto, but whatever. Some shit like that. But instead they got some pop stars singing some shit like that doing the commercial. It just takes like all of the tension out of the fight scene. The fight scenes aren't even that good to begin with anyway. But when you have, fucking Dua Lipa or whatever the fuck her name is playing in the background, it just takes all the tension out of it. You're just like, I can't watch shit. So you get to the point where you're actually afraid when they get to the fight scene because that stupid ass music is coming. And it's not just Kung Fu. CW, that's why I started watching Black Lightning, because Black Lightning does it too. Like anytime he shows up, I'm like, is this a music video? Or is this a fight scene? What the fuck is this? You know. So, like I said, the CW can't outrun the CW. So
they're made for kids. They're targeting kids.
Yeah.
So, I gave it a whirl. I'm probably not going to stay with it.
I'm trying, Eli. I'm trying, but I can't, man. It's just like my body's just rejecting this show after that shit.
I got so much shit I'm watching. I am watching the Superman show. I like that.
Superman show is great. Like I said, we haven't talked about Superman show on here much. Anybody hasn't seen it, watch it. So it's on hiatus right now, but yeah, watch it.
But between that and Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I'm watching Mayans and what else?
So you're actually watching good TV. You don't have time.
I got so many shows I'm already watching. Creep Show started again on Shudder. I'm watching.
Oh, come on, Eli. Watch some CW. Dare to Defy. Come on.
Riverdale. I watch Riverdale too.
Oh, I know why the fuck you watch Riverdale, man. I saw that chick on one of those damn Maxim covers and shit. Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, he's watching the plot. Okay, I see. That redhead chick, that's what it is. I bet that's your favorite.
Oh, yeah, Cheryl Blossom? Hell yeah.
Whatever her name is. I'm like, damn. I didn't know who she was. I saw that because I think I watched like a commercial shit like that. But yeah, me almost
Riverdale is one of my guilty pleasures. I don't give
I'm going to watch that show on mute. I'm like, fuck it. Oh shit! Can we go to the next thing? Okay, this is all me now, Eli. This is all me. This next section. This is the Vidja game section.
I won't say anything.
Okay. I mean, feel free if you want to. I'm just saying that I don't know what you can add to it, but this is just some shit I want to add. Like I said, I know a lot of people are tuning in and watching us, and they think we got this huge budget right now, and we just like money on top of money, but they really don't know we actually been struggling for the last 2 weeks, Eli. We've been making do as best we can. But all that changes next week.
Yeah.
Because I am rejoining the PC Master Race. Oh, looking at all this beauty. Yeah, just porn. We're giving you porn, baby.
Is that what you're getting?
That's exactly what I'm getting. Now I'm gonna just leave this up here. Yeah, just marvel at it. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the specs for people because I know y'all want to know. I know you want to know. You think I'm bullshitting. I'm gonna give you the specs. One, you have an Intel 10th gen i7. You got 16 gigs of RAM. Don't worry. Calm down. I'm going to add 16 more. Give you 32. So relax. I got an RTX 3060 in this bitch, Eli. Come on, man.
I don't even know what that is, but
oh man, big dick NG over here.
Are you gonna have the lights off next week? You better have the lights off so you can be all.
Oh yeah, no, because I had the lights on. I'm gonna just be like I'm in a fucking disco and shit over here.
You can be into the Lil Nas video and shit.
Right? Is Leroy giving Satan a lap dance? What's going on? Oh man, that looks beautiful. Thank you, 616 man. I will do an unboxing when it comes in. Oh yeah, I might even do it on here. We'll see. Well, I can't do it on here because I'm recording on it, but
yeah, we'll how are you gonna do that?
We'll
on your phone.
I can do anything when it comes, Eli. I can do anything. We have no more limits.
Yeah.
All right, can we move on to the next part of the podcast?
Sure.
All right. Like I said, this is comic books where we talk, the comic book bullies, where we talk about comic books, and we're just going to jump into it. And Eli, I have no idea what book we are going to do and what not going to do. So I'll let you go for it. Whatever you pick, I'll pick the next one after that.
Okay. So, who's doing King of Black? You doing King of Black, or do you want me to do King of Black?
Knock it out. Go ahead and do King of Black. That's cool.
All right, King of Black. King of Black, the finale.
Before you do it, did you read Venom?
I did read Venom. Want me to do the Venom and King of Black? Because they kind of tie in together.
Knock him out. Go for it. Yeah.
Okay, Venom, number 34. So yeah, this is the King in Black tie-in. Null has came to Earth and has been engulfed the Earth in darkness and symbiotes. Eddie went to hell, or what do you call it? The whatever, the afterworld for symbiotes.
The Red Room, or
yeah. And was facing Null down there, but the symbiote reformed with Eddie and brought him back to Earth. That's basically what happened. He comes back to Earth, and what's his face? Flash Thompson comes back to life too,
as a dragon,
and goes and finds his grave. See, last panel is Flash Thompson's grave, and his hand rising above it. So,
What movie was that? I know it's some horror movie that did that. Is that like some kind of iconic horror movie
Carrie?
that did
You thinking of Carrie where her
Carrie
hand
did
comes
that?
out?
Okay. Wait, did she die? No.
At the end of Carrie, yeah. Yeah, she died.
No, she didn't die. She went to the grave and some hand rose up.
It was a dream sequence, but supposedly she died.
That scene fucked me up. Not even
that was like one of the shocking horror history
and
moments.
I knew it was coming, and it still fucked me up because I watched.
So basically, that was the lead into Eddie got his symbiote back, got his back to being Venom, and then we have the battle on Earth. You know, right now, last issue, Silver Surfer came down. He's supposed to be the god of light or whatever, the Enigma Force, Captain Universe or whatever. So it starts out with Silver Surfer and Null, kind of like, hey, we're about to go head to head. I'm the god of light, blah, 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 blah. And Null is like, you know what? Yeah, that god of light shit is bullshit. Wherever the light is, it's the darkness is that follow always.
Well, I think he was thinking that Silver Surfer was the god of light.
Yeah. The Avengers show up and they have like one last hurrah, like one last charge. So they're kicking ass, but then Eddie comes down and says, you know what? I got not the Phoenix Force, the Enigma Force. I'm Captain Universe. And then he takes Silver Surfer's surfboard.
Hold on. Because I'm trying to find the image. I've been fucking up the whole time. Yeah. Because that shit was fucking awesome. Not even gonna lie. Hold on. Let's see. So
Eddie Brock, Venom, has been absorbed the Phoenix, not the Phoenix, the Enigma Force. So he's the god of light. He takes Silver Surfer's surfboard.
Okay, can you see it? Oh, I don't know if you. Okay.
There's Venom.
There's Venom. Okay, so we got it. We got Mjolnir,
and then he takes Mjolnir.
And then
this is Venom lifting Mjolnir. So he takes
just snatching it out of Thor's hand.
Yeah,
you're like, I'll take that.
Yeah, and then he takes Silver Surfer's surfboard, forms that into a sword.
Yeah, which was shaped like a sword at the time. So
yeah, and then he binds them both together and creates this big giant like Venom battle axe.
Eli, do you know how many death battles are gonna have Venom holding Mjolnir and Silver Surfer while he's the Captain Universe Venom versus Goku? Who wins in a fight? I can't wait for it. Okay.
Venom is
right. Oh, and then you go ahead. Just go for it.
Yeah. So then we have, and then Nola's like, oh shit, and like he like takes off. Null bitches out and goes running away. So Venom goes through and he's like just cutting through all the symbiote dragons, like with like that panel. Show that panel where he's like beheading all the dragons and like
right here.
That's that shit right there.
That's fucking sick, man.
Yeah, he's just cutting through all the fucking symbiotes, then finally gets to Null, and then like takes Null's. Oh yeah, he slices off the head of a symbiote celestial.
Oh yeah, because he could control one. Right here.
Yeah, so Null is trying to throw everything at him. Like he's sending the symbiotes at him. He's sending the symbiote celestial at him.
Because Venom can fly like Superman now.
Yeah,
like
he's Captain Marvel. He's like flying through and just kicking hella ass. Yeah, so he sends the symbiote celestial. He chops off the celestial's head and just kicks everybody. Just kicks his ass all the way up to Null. Gets to Null, plants his axe right in his chest, and then rips Null's symbiote. This is the god of the symbiotes, and Venom rips his symbiote off of him, and then drops him off the fucking building. Yeah, and then grabs him and like flies him into the sun. Like,
right.
This is so ridiculous. It was fucking hilarious. It was great. Yeah. So Venom flies Null into the sun, and like Null burns up, and then all the symbiotes are like, "Hey, we're free. We're free from Null." So all the symbiotes are leaving, and then are like, because the Earth was engulfed in symbiote darkness. The symbiotes start leaving, and basically say, "Oh, first he goes back down to Dylan." And rips the symbiote power from Dylan, so you don't have to be you don't have to
he's about to become
be tormented with this shit anymore. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then all the symbiotes are like, you are now. It tells Eddie, you are now the god of the symbiotes, and he grows wings and flies off. So that's kind of where it ends. Oh yeah, there it is. So yeah, Venom is like all powerful as all hell now.
Yeah, he basically replaced Null, but yeah. Oh, and Captain Universe leaves also. So.
Oh yeah, the Enigma Force leaves, and now he's just regular old Venom, or not regular old Venom, but he's back to Venom. But now he's the symbiote god, and that's the end. That's the finale to this epic ass tie-in or epic ass event, which I thought was, it's just crazy. It's just a summer blockbuster,
I mean, what else do you want?
Yeah, it was just stupid action. Monster Spawn. It's Spawn. He turned.
It was so much Spawn in this. So it was like, yeah.
Donny Cates turned Venom into Spawn, and that's all this was, And it was fun. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
I thought it was awesome. I thought it had a good, strong end to it. Everybody was winning. Venom. We knew Venom was going to win, but the fact that Captain Universe did it, you just like, oh shit, we ain't seen Captain Universe in like forever. So whoever is worthy can hold it right. Venom is worthy if technically, I don't think
after he died, because he died. He sacrificed everything for his son and everything. So I think after he came back to life, and because he gave his own life for everything. So I think that made him worthy, I guess technically. But
what I was thinking is that Captain Universe was worthy.
Sure, that works too.
Maybe I like they didn't really explain it. They just like whatever. So
it's like, who cares? By that time, you don't care. Like, he's got Mjolnir.
Venom is flying around chopping off heads of Celestials, man. At that point, just go with it.
Yeah, just laughing your ass off. Like, this is just stupid fun. Who cares?
It's a comic book.
Yeah. So yeah, I dug this. This is 5 out of 5. Fucking, I don't care.
Okay. Let's see which. Okay. This is the one I'm going to do next, and I should have did some more research on this one, but fuck it, we're just gonna roll with it. Okay, so the next one I'm going to do is Green Lantern -- 1.
Okay, I almost got this, but then
okay, all right, I know what you're thinking. Hold up, let's go to the colors. Let's see. God tier Venom. Yeah, well, he was. Like I said, this is a one-time thing. Captain Universe is gone. He doesn't have Mjolnir, Silver Surfer anymore, so he's not all powerful. Sentry's still gone though. That's kind of fucked.
Yeah. Well, he ripped Sentry. That's the thing. This whole number 1, the King in Black number 1 when they stormed out the gate.
Yeah, nobody knew what to do with Sentry anyway. So fuck him. They'll bring him back eventually. Who cares? So okay. So the reason I went and got Green Lantern number 1. Now, Eli, can you guess why I got Green Lantern number 1?
Because John Stewart.
Yes. But it's more to it. It's actually an all-black Green Lantern team. Okay. So you have John Stewart. Remember Simon Bass, the Green Lantern with a gun? He's here also. Teen Lantern, who's like Afro-Latina. I think those 3. Hal Jordan is gone. Matter of fact, the writer of the story is black. Jeffrey Thorne. I can't remember. I think he does like a book.
What's his face? Morrison was doing the weird Green Lantern, and remember that run he was doing. I stopped reading it though.
It
was just getting so weird. Yeah, it was getting really weird.
Well, this guy, the new writer of this book, specifically said, "I don't want Hal Jordan in this book at all. Hal Jordan is the most boring Green Lantern of all time." And of course, the comic skaters came after him. But he didn't give a fuck. He still wrote the story he wanted to write. So so we're gonna do Green Lantern number 1. This is at the DC Infinite Frontier or whatever like that. So it's in their new Omniverse thing that they do. So let's see what do we got here. All right. So like I said, the book starts off now. Like I said, it's a lot of stuff that's going on with the DC universe that we have to get caught up on. The book starts off with a whole war going on. I'll catch it. None of this shit matters. What happens is, and that's actually not Hawk Girl, that is another Hawk Girl, but doesn't matter. So Hal Jordan does show up in the book, but he doesn't show up in the book. This is actually like a construct hologram that he sends to talk to John Stewart. And what they're doing is that they're on Oa right now, and they're having since the Omniverse has been restarted after whatever crisis they did. Like I forgot that shit already. Death metal, was it? Forgot that shit already. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, so there's some new shit. They reformed the United Planets of the Galaxy, with like that. So every DC planet that has ever been made is on Oa right now, and they're basically having like their own version of the United Nations. This actually started in the Superman books. Bendis made this thing. Superman became president of the galaxy, but I think he stepped down and did some other shit. So now they're trying to figure out what's going on right now. So that's not the Hawk girl we know, not Shire Hall. Her name is Chimera, whatever. She's another Hawk girl. She's a Thanagarian. So anyway, she shows up. She's the like the head military person of the United Planets of the thing. And Hal Jordan is like, yeah, I'm with the Justice League right now. They doing this. I sent the other Green Lanterns go do something else. I sent this other Green Lantern do blah blah blah. I'm not even here right now. I'm gonna go hang with them. And the Guardian's just like, okay, cool. Since I'm gonna tell you right now, notice that what John Stewart is wearing right now. He's actually wearing a Kryptonian outfit. The reason he's wearing a Kryptonian outfit is because since Superman was the first president of the United Planets of the Galaxy, like that, he decided to honor Kryptonian heritage or some shit. I don't know. Some shit he did. Anyway, this is a very dense book. I forgot about Green Lanterns. Green Lanterns just do all kind of weird shit. Here we go with Teen Lantern. I forgot her name. Kelly something. She has the Gauntlet of Krona, who is like the, I don't know, first Green Lantern, or not the first Green Lantern, but Owen or some shit. She's crazy. They basically sent Simon Bass to train her. The Green Lantern would go, where's Simon? Where's Simon? I can't find him. He's here. Anyway, but what they're doing, so here is the United Planets, and they're just all in chaos like that because they're voting on stuff. They can't vote on stuff. And what they're trying to vote on is, should they let the Green Lantern Corps be like the head, like military of the United Planets? And like, we don't even know if we even want the Owens to even be here. Yeah, that's so Simon Bass, I think, is also wearing like a Kryptonian outfit or something like that. These weird people show up, these magic people show up. They like, we hate the Owens, we're going to do something. And there you go, Simon Bass, he's there. And fuck all this shit. There's this chick here. I forgot her name. She's a brainiac. So she's she goes like a whole planet of them and stuff like that. They're like a hive mind, and basically she's trying to talk the United Planets to let the Green Lanterns be their universal military, and they're voting and blah blah stuff like that. But while it's going on, and you got Kilowog, I think that's Guy Gardner. It's got to be Guy Gardner. There's not that many humans in the Green Lantern Corps. Tomar Ray, they're making fun of him, like, why the hell you wearing this shit? You're like, this is Kryptonian. Doing it to honor Superman, but then some weird shit goes on. Some weird monster comes out, and this monster has the power to suck all energy and emotions and all like that. The Guardians invented it to basically kill all lanterns: green lanterns, blue lanterns, red lanterns, yellow lanterns, orange lanterns, purple lanterns. There are purple lanterns. But so John Stewart finds a way to beat them, since they drain energy and emotions. Oh yeah, and Sinestro is part of the United Planets also. He said, fuck the Green Lanterns, I'm not voting for him, but whatever. And this panel right here, so John Stewart is the leader of the Green Lantern Corps, I gotta tell you that. So he tells, I know how to stop him. So he calls every Green Lantern on Oa, and he tells, I want all of you to shut your powers off. Stop your powers, since it drains power and it drains energy, and just think clear thoughts. So when they do that, and they just recite the oath without let those who worship evil's might. And since it can't feed off anything, it just shrinks to nothing or whatever. And yeah, that's it. So what else happens? Oh yeah, one of the Guardians die. Whatever. So yeah. It's a Green Lantern book, man. That's all I can say. It's a Green Lantern book. You get what you get with these books. I'm trying to do it for the culture, but I'm like, it's a Green Lantern book, and I can't. Let me know when John Stewart hops into a Justice League book. I'll fuck with it there. But this Green Lantern shit is just, because you have to, in order to understand a Green Lantern book, you have to know everything about DC, like everything about DC, because they pretty much like. I'm not gonna go there. Oh yeah, he hates Hal Jordan. He like Hal Rayner, John Stewart, and Guy Gardner. Honestly, Hal Jordan is the worst Green Lantern. He is the most boring Green Lantern. I try to say I don't really like
Neil Adams didn't even like Hal Jordan.
He's boring, man. Like I even like Guy Gardner better than I like Hal Jordan, just because Guy Gardner's an asshole. Like I made this comparison before. John Walker is Marvel's version of Guy Gardner. That's basically what he is. That's why I like Guy Gardner. He's an asshole, you know. So, but yeah, Hal Jordan is just so boring. They don't really do anything fancy with him. Like he just had these boring ass things. His dialogue. It's like they do it on purpose, just make a boring character. So any Green Lantern book that Hal Jordan is in, I completely stay away from. But the other ones, I fool with it. So overall, man, I give this book a 3.5 out of 5 just because Green Lantern's books are tough to get through. They just really are. So yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want me to do Avengers, or you want to do Avengers, or what?
You got to do Avengers. You got to.
I got to do. My tokenism
for the culture.
All right. So I gave up on this. I gave up on this arc because once the natives got killed or once they lost, I was like, I don't give a shit. But then I found out that, hey, look what happened.
Right.
So,
yeah, it was a
Avengers.
spoiler.
Yes. Avengers number 44. So the Phoenix Force saga or whatever it's called. The Phoenix Force is looking for a new host, and all the Avengers are basically fighting each other to get it. And yeah, that's what we've been dealing with. This all is. It's the superheroes fighting each other, trying to, you know.
I want to know, did you notice something I noticed?
What did you notice?
Doing the Black Panther Captain America fight.
Okay, yeah. That's how this book starts out. Yeah.
Right. But I want something very specific. This, okay, Captain America, Black Panther fighting, all the shit like that, and then Black Panther, suplexes Captain America. Look what Captain America's wearing. Nothing.
Nothing?
I think this is a miscolored race. I think this is a mistake.
Oh, you don't think those are pants? You think that's just you don't think he's wearing pants?
No, that's what I'm saying. I think Marvel messed up. The colorist messed up.
Oh, I think that's it looks like it's supposed to be a shade of like red because it's all engulfed in flames and he's wearing white and the red and
no, I think they just colored him the same color as himself, and it looks like Black Panther and Captain America wrestling without pants. Because in the next panel, Captain America has pants. But here he's not wearing pants. So I want to say that the color is messed up. And
that Captain they were fucking.
My mind, I ship it. That's my whole thing right there. I didn't mean to take it from you, but I saw that. I was just like, what the hell is happening here, man? I need answers, Marvel. I need answers. Because I know the fanfic is going to run wild with that. But anyway, back to what we're talking about.
So yeah, everyone's fighting. You got Black Panther and Captain America fighting each other. You have, what's her name? Red Widow and Shanna, the She-Devil, fighting. Yep. My favorite here is She-Hulk and Namor fighting.
Oh, yeah.
And She-Hulk ripping off Namor's arms and shit.
Oh yeah, because she was saying the same shit he said here, like, you can't even handle being a Hulk, and then he was like, well, you can't handle not having arms.
Yeah,
or and they start beating him with it,
not having hands or whatever. Right. And then the whole thing with so is the Phoenix Force his mom or Thor's mom, or did they? I don't even care.
He thinks it is. He's freaking out, mother, all this bullshit. So
yeah. So
he can't hold him back.
Yeah. So everybody's fighting, but then they're saying, the Phoenix Force, it doesn't go after power because it's already powerful enough. It goes after emotions and darkness and stuff. So they go after the one with the darkest emotions, I guess. And it turns out to be Echo, Maya Lopez.
Yep. Let's just skip right to the end.
Yeah. So so Echo gets this Phoenix Force. Native character. I didn't expect this. And that's why I was like, really? She got it? So then I went and read it.
Right. Because somebody else spoiled it. Yeah.
I was like, I thought all the natives got beat. So because they had American Eagle in there, and they had Echo here too. I don't know why Warpath. I would think he's pretty strong too. I don't know,
but he's a mutant, so if you're not Wolverine, you don't count.
Okay, yeah, because Wolverine was on there. Yeah. So yeah, I thought, and that's the thing is like out of all the Marvel characters, Marvel native characters, I like fucking Echo the best because
Echo is the first Ronin. Not Hawkeye. Yeah. It was Echo. Yeah.
Yeah. And the ultimate. Yeah. And also she killed just her, she was like, her dad worked for the Kingpin and then had him killed. And then she shot the Kingpin.
That's what I thought 616. That's maybe if I'm wrong, let me know,
Yeah. So she killed the Kingpin. Of course, he didn't stay dead, but that was her arc. She was like, she came from, the gritty daredevil, street level thug shit, And I always just thought she was cool. And hold on, let me see if I can share this. Share screen. Share screen. Tab. No, application. Here we go. You see that?
Yeah.
That's my attempt of drawing Echo.
Okay. And the thing is, they're making a push for it. They're making a push for it right now.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah. She's supposed to show up on the Hawkeye show or something. One of these shows. But yeah, I just think she's a cool character. Of course, she's deaf, and but she's kind of like Taskmaster, where she can see your fighting style and mimic it and shit.
And she was doing that to Namor. That's how she beat him. Like that is the Kraken style.
And that was funny. That was that she beats the shit out of Namor because he beat her. And thought she was dead, left her in the bottom of the ocean and shit.
Right.
And thought she was out of the fight, So, but that was cool when she kicks his ass and takes the.
And then dehydrated him and then left him there. She
that took all his water out.
Back to the water, right? Yeah.
Yeah, or you're gonna die, So, so I just think cool. We got a native character with some gnarly powers. Hopefully, we'll see her more.
Need to,
yeah, because
it depends on how well her character is received on the Hawkeye show, because it's getting to the point now that if she's popular on the TV show, they'll put her more in the comics.
Yeah, of course there's that Jean Grey at the end is sort of talking to Maya, hey, this thing drains your emotions, that don't let the darkness consume you. You're not alone in this, so I thought that was kind of cool. And yeah, like I said, I think it's cool that, a native character gets to be in, for one thing, gets to be in comics, and hopefully we get to see more of, because I ain't, well, that's why I'm reading Hellions, because Grey Crow's in it, Warpath isn't in X-Force. New Mutants has Danny and Warpath in it, I think now.
Okay, and, so because they were both with New Mutants before, so. And
then Forge. I mean, Forge was in X-Men? Fuck Forge. I can't.
Well, the thing is, he tried out for the X-Men. I just found out he got cut today. So.
Yeah, well, he sucks. I mean, Forge sucks. What's his fucking power?
He's a mutant Tony Stark. I mean, come on.
What's this? That he's smart? That's his superpower? He's smart? Like, what the fuck, man?
He builds shit,
Shit, we got us a smart engine. he must not be human. Like, what the fuck? Fuck that shit. Fuck Forge.
I like him, but okay. Yeah.
Gave him the shittiest power. Yeah, he's Tony Stark. Yeah, his superpower is he's Tony Stark.
Oh man! All right, so I guess it's on me.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I'm trying to read this. I can't see worth a damn. I read Green Lantern. What is this one? Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah. So James Bond, Agent of Spectre #2. Yeah, they actually made another one. No, I'd have kept up with it. Didn't say a word for anything, but I'm thinking, should I read this? I don't know. I decided to go with it. So yeah, why not? So basically, what happened last issue that we read, it was this thing where Bond's arch enemy Blofeld made a deal with him where he's going to join Spectre, to take out other Spectre people and stuff like that. Well, the main person you got to take out is named Tatiana something, Shaw or something like that. We'll find out what her name is later on. Anyway, in order for him to take out Tatiana, she has this impregnable security system, so he has to find out how to break into her security system. So he goes to her number two, named Harlan Clark, who is his security isn't as beefy as hers is. So he sneaks into the house the day before. One of the security guards came and threw away a cup. He takes the cup, takes a pen, scan the fingerprint of it, and that's how he's able to get in. So he disguised himself as that other guy to sneak into the house, and he goes in there and he tries to get some information on Tatiana to break into a security system, but he can't do it. Meanwhile, they realize that the guy that said that the guy that came in today, Osolowski, whatever his name is, I don't see his truck outside. Whoever's here ain't him. So they shut Bond in there, boom, and they're like, whoever the hell is in there right now, shoot the wound. But if you kill him, I don't care. I won't, So they break the door in, and Bond throws a table at him. They shoot at him, stuff like that. He takes him out, boom. And when he runs to the next room, he sees a gun curved around a corner. So while he shoots at him, he goes to the room, and it's the Harlan Clark, because he's a security guard with, he owns his own security firm where he's got guns nobody ever seen before, so like that. While he's reloading his gun, he looks at it again, and Bond is on his ass again. Boom, gets him. And he's like, man, look, don't kill me. I'll give you government secrets. I got $500,000 in a safe. I got political dirt. What do you want? He was like, discretion. Sorry, chap. Bam. So didn't we just, crucify John Walker for doing the same shit? Whatever. Anyway, but this the thing I was worried about is
Bond ain't American though.
That is true. So he can just do whatever. He can just shoot people. Doesn't matter. So the thing I was worried about the last issue is that Bond was going to actually join Spectre, but he actually goes back and tell M everything that happened. Blofeld tried to recruit me. I'm going to pretend like I'm working for Blofeld. We're going to go to America and do whatever they want. But M is telling him, if you go down there, I can't send you nobody else to help you. He's like, oh, so it's just like the armies that you usually send with me? Or it's like a Thursday you can't send with me. He's like, no, it's worse than that. He was like, if you get caught, I get blamed for this. I'll take the heat for this. He was like, well, I'm sorry that, if I get caught, I'll get tortured and beaten to death by a murderous terrorist group. I don't want you to lose your job. Then that's when Moneypenny is telling him, no, if you get caught, you're going to strain relationships between the United States and the UK, because we're not supposed to have an active agent, on the field, in their country without them knowing about it. So that's when he says, Tatiana Jones, I'm going to go there. Blofeld's giving me intel on her, and I'm gonna go find her. So yeah, so he goes. Oh yeah, doing that whole thing. Then we go to the next day. Bond actually got fucked up doing that whole fight with them. He patched himself up, talking to Blofeld. Blofeld's giving me intel on where Tatiana's gonna be. She's gonna be at some museum thing, and he goes there, talk to her, whatever. And he sees Tatiana, and he says, I just want to talk to you. Can we get a drink? She's like, nah, you're not my type. And then walks off from him, But Bond says some shit to her. She talked about the murder of her number two that happened yesterday. She was like, ain't nobody supposed to know about that. So she sneaks away from her own guards and goes back downstairs and talk to Bond. He was like, oh, so you do want to talk to me? He was like, look, I know you're not who you say you are. And he was like, what the fuck happened? He pulls a gun on him because he knows she's about to pull a gun on him. So while they're sitting there talking and he's trying to get information out of him, he gets a gun pulled on him, and it turns out it's Felix Leiter, the guy that he was blackmailing to not kill. So Felix has a gun, and he was like, James, what the hell are you doing here? And he's telling her to get out of here, not knowing who she is. And she's like, it's dangerous in here. He's like, yeah, it is dangerous. So she pulls a gun out, aims it at Felix back of his head, and Bond got his gun out. And boom, pulls the trigger, and Bond kills Felix Leiter, his best friend, dead. The end. So I'm like, the fuck? Okay. He did all this shit not to get Felix killed, and he kills Felix. So I'm like, okay. Okay. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. Not as action packed as the other book was that we read last week, because that was just like he just went in just guns blazes. I didn't really believe it when he got away from the dude with the gun around the corner or whatever like that. But easy read the story. It's whatever. 3 out of 5. It's cool. And so
all right. I guess I'll do Immortal Hulk number 45.
Okay. Let's see what we got. Damn cool. Yeah. Mortal Hulk 45. What do we got here? Here you go. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, the last issue, the UFOs killed Joe Fixit and a weakened Hulk. Joe Fixit went to hell. Saw the leader who absorbed everybody, absorbed the one below all. It's basically the leader below all now. And he's trying to absorb every gamma. He just needs Hulk. Yeah, the 2 Hulks left. He just needs them to become this big, powerful asshole. So Joe Fixit's down in hell. And also McGee and Puck, they're out in New Mexico at the Shadow Base trying to find, figure out what's up. Turns out McGee, who's got gamma powers now, she can see ghosts. She can see dead people. She can see gamma ghosts. I thought this was pretty cool here. So these are the ghosts she's seeing. And I don't know if you can see down here. Yeah, right there. Whoops, other side.
Gamma ghost. I think you flipped it. Okay.
Yeah. So, oh shit, again.
Oh, you flipped it.
Okay, this right here. You see that little head with the crab? That's right out of the Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing. I thought
okay.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Easter egg. Okay.
Yeah. So she can see ghosts, but it turns out the ghosts need body, and for them to come back to life, they need a body to inhabit, and that's why Doc Samson and Walter Langowski are in one body and shit. Back down in hell, Joe Fixit turns into Red Hulk for some. I don't know why it's Red Hulk, but he turns into Red Hulk.
That's Ross.
Yeah, but he turns into Red Hulk. I don't know why, but and then smashes through a red door to get back to Earth and inhabits his body again, and then turns into the Gray Hulk and resurrects. Like, the UFOs are like, oh shit. So Gray Hulk is back, full form, and that's where it says to be continued. So I thought this was cool. 4 out of 5. Another good Immortal Hulk issue, So yeah.
Cool.
Harpy's in there too. Betty Ross is doing some shit. She's flying around as Harpy.
That's her gamma name now. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm booked out.
Oh really? Oh,
you read like all my shit.
I did Star Wars High Republic. It was pretty cool. I can just breeze through these real quick.
Okay.
High Republic is number 4. Skier got possessed by the weird evil dark side Sith plants. And then he, basically uses his force powers to resist them, and just long enough for the Jedi to kick ass and get out of it. So, but then at the end, the Hutts are coming down. The Hutt cartel come down and are about to rain some shit. And this is a pretty cool panel. We have some Hutt gangsters with their cronies, and they're riding Rancors and shit. I thought that was dope.
Okay.
So that's cool. I'm into this High Republic shit. And what else did I read? Geiger. Oh yeah, Geiger number 1. I forgot about that.
Okay. Now this one you got to explain, because I briefly looked into this and I was like, wait a minute.
This is Jeff Johns and Gary Frank.
Right.
Doomsday Clock. It's basically post-apocalyptic, world, nuclear holocaust. 20 years after the world's been devastated, it's all full of radiation. People are walking around in radiation suits, and there's some dude they call the Glowing Man, who doesn't walk around in radiation suits.
Okay.
They just call him the Glowing Man, and he is like a superhero, and he kicks ass. And then there's like this in Las Vegas. There's like these crime gangs or whatever holding up in Las Vegas, and one guy is like the King Arthur or whatever. He's like a royal, like kind of like the Renaissance fair, where he's all like royalty and shit. And he's swearing he's gonna go kill this glowing guy, dude. And then of course in the back, just like it's Jeff Johns trying to do Watchmen again, trying to do Doomsday Clock again. There's shit in the back. There's a comic book in the back. Yeah, comic book in the back about some superhero in this universe that it's a comic book from this universe that people were reading. And then there's like other crime cartels that rule Las Vegas. The different crime. One guy's like Bluebeard or Goldbeard. One guy looks like Karloff. Yeah, Bonnie Borden. Yeah, they're different sort of crime bosses in Las Vegas. I don't know. I enjoyed it. It's Gary Frank doing art. It's cool. And that's the thing is like this is Jeff Johns' superhero like worship again. Because I'm reading.
If you're with Image, you need to get away from that stuff, man. Because you gonna just do it at DC and Marvel.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like I'm reading so many like post-apocalyptic comics right now. I mean, I'm reading that Redemption, but that's like a Western. Yeah, he's basically trying to do Alan Moore. He's trying to turn this into like
that's not his wheelhouse. That's
I'm reading Redemption, which is like a Western. I'm reading that Noctera. I also read that this week.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna do that. Scott Snyder. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a horror. The world's in darkness and there's monsters. So that's like a horror. I'm reading that Post Americana. That's like straight up satire. But then this is like a superhero, post-apocalyptic superhero thing. I don't know. I enjoyed it. Art's really cool, and it seems like I got sucked in, so I'll probably check it out. I mean, yeah.
Jeff Johns and Gary Frank, you really can't go wrong. Even if he is trying to do an Alan Moore type thing, you can't go wrong with it.
Yeah. This superhero, this glowing dude, here he is. All radiation and shit. He's got he's got a 2-headed dog. Is that a Cerebus or is that 3 heads?
That's 3 heads. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's got a 2-headed dog. And yeah, I know I enjoyed it. I thought it's pretty cool, and like next issue, we're going to see, the decadent world of the Las Vegas crime lords, yeah. So I'll give it a 4 out of 5. I enjoyed it. So, yeah.
Okay.
And I think that's it. Yeah. I read Batman. I read Noctera. Pretty cool. Batman was very convoluted this week. There's so many fucking plot lines going through everything. So I don't want to talk about this and explain all the different plots and shit going on. So yeah, I'm booked out. Fuck it. I'll stop there. That's all I got.
Yeah. Like I said, you listen this long, different like, share, subscribe. Hopefully people have been checking both Eli and my stories this week. Cause like I said, when they dropped the Zemo cut.
Oh yeah, that was fun. Yeah. I was just having fun doing that.
Yeah, we had like a little DJ battle going on. You took a few of my ideas, Eli. I was like, you know what? The short dick man one.
Oh,
don't want no short dick man.
I heard my kid did he had a remix. He was mixing a remix of that. Yeah, that's what I heard. I was like, oh, I got to do that to Zemo. So that's what I got it from.
See, I'd already thought about that idea, but I couldn't remember who sang that song. So that's why I couldn't find it. I was like, oh,
I just searched short dick man. I still don't know who did
Google it. I don't want to Google it like, oh shit. Nah, I can't unsee what I saw,
on the stories or whatever. Because I was only doing the Facebook stories. I just typed it in and then it came up and
I had so many of them on my end also. I was doing like Outcast on there and shit.
Yeah.
There's a few ones on there I kind of like. So I was kind of like going between yours and seeing which one. Yeah, Zemo Dad. 616 man. I don't know if you follow us on Facebook, but we were kind of like going back and forth on just different. We were remixing Zemo dances ourselves basically.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it here on the show because I know for a fact we'll get flagged if we do it here. But yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, next week I don't know what's gonna happen, but we'll come back and do something else.
Mortal Kombat. When is that? That 2 weeks?
That's like at the end of the week. Mortal Kombat is actually already out overseas. I've seen some leaked footage already. I saw some leaked footage on Facebook the other day, and honestly, I thought I was watching the game. I thought it was a game. I was like, I've never seen that fatality before. Like, oh shit, that's the movie. Okay,
okay.
Yeah, so it got me. So yeah, so it looked like it's gonna be a thing. So we'll talk about that when it comes out.
Well, I'll be like, I'm pretty much fully vaccinated right now. I might go to the movies.
So you can go to the movies.
I can go to the movies and shit.
You can cough on people,
I can hug motherfuckers and shit.
Right. Until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We talk to you guys next week. Same bullet times.